Don't you get the feeling that with every new DLC for EU4, nations that received DLCs a while back are getting nerfed in a way? Because like out of all the nations, Denmark, which we're covering today, is now the new personal union master, even stronger than the Austrians and probably on the same level as the Poles because they also get massive bonuses for personal unions with their new mission tree. But the Danish mission tree is insane when it comes to personal unions, since the reform after we ratified the Kalmar Union allows you to integrate personal unions ridiculously fast. You don't need to wait for 50 years anymore, and that is a massive game changer in this game because you can quickly get your dynasty all around Europe to spread, and then eventually you get those unions and integrate them really fast. So boys, Denmark is of course really powerful. It is really fun to play, but it is very different from the other nations in Scandinavia because despite the buffs that they received, they also have some debuffs in the form of the Swedes being extremely disloyal, and we're gonna try our best to fix the loyalty of the Swedes and the Norwegians at the start of this campaign, as well as we're gonna be navigating through the rest of this mission tree here, with the first and foremost being the fact that we cannot give out the +1 mana privilege because we need to have 54 crownlands to enact the revoke the privileges. The sooner we do this, the better. So to get 54% crownlands, we need to seize crownlands 4 times and develop provinces a few times. Take note, this does mean that you're going to lose out a lot of mana points. And if you don't want to lose out the mana points, you can give out the +1 mana now and just take a little bit longer to do that mission. But me personally, I think that that mission's worth it, so I'm going to be gunning for it. Another thing I'm going to be gunning for is this other mission here, which requires that I get 100 relations with 4 nations that have mercenary companies. So let's go ahead and try and do that also. Saxony, Hesse would like to ally me. Well, actually, Hesse no more because they're rival to the Saxons. How about the Teutons? The Teutons also want to ally me. That is a noise. And Groningen, together with Württemberg, will be the 4 allies. To boost that up a little bit more, we're going to give out the religious diplomat that offers an extra 25 relations with every nation in the world that is Catholic. So every Catholic nation, and that means we're up to 85 with these boys, 99 with these, and 100 with the Saxons. So we're almost there. Let's not forget to do our estates first and foremost though. So Gotland owned by the Danes, not a bad idea. We're gonna seize crownlands too. So Denmark has a core on Gotland at the beginning, and we're gonna use that core to reconquer our province on the 11th of December. We're also gonna start building some galleys because we need 12 galleys, so that means 4 more galleys in order to get claims on the Livonian lands, which we want to also go for before the Muscovites go for. And let's not forget to make the English our rivals, the Poles, I guess. And I would say Novgorod's better than Lithuania when it comes to making them as our rival, since we will be expanding into the Karelian areas as well. We're gonna also be giving the patronage of the arts and the -25% advisor cost reduction privileges after we get the advisors, and we get 1 stability also. This way we get our passive prosperity going in our provinces, and the burger loans once we need them. Actually, I think I'm just gonna get them right now since I do need to recruit more units, and I also need to get some more ships, but might as well use these burger loans. Gonna be hiring the free company in the province of Finn, and if you get a trade efficiency or diplo reputation advisor, that is perfect. If you cannot find one, that is okay. Whatever you can is fine. We're also getting a temporary alliance with the 4th alliance member here, Württemberg, so we can do that German mission that I was talking about, and we're going to be assigning our light ships to the Lübeck node. We will eventually be replacing most of our ships with light ships, but for the beginning part of this campaign, we're going to keep them as galleys because we will have some wars in which we need to have a decent amount of galleys and ships to transfer our units between the various islands in the Baltic. The Danish have a unique naval doctrine, the Danish Admiralty. It's decent, but go for the merchant navy. It's way better than the 10% admiral cost. Who gives a schnapps, man? Come on, really? Oh, but you get 2 maneuver too. Who cares? 33% ship trade power propagation means massive amounts of money once you get a decent amount of light ships, boys. It's all about the cash in the game, alright? That's what it all comes down to, boys. Oh, nein! Eine new leader has arisen. Yeah, so the Swedes always go for this. In 90% of the cases, they go for this anyway. What you can do is support loyalist. That's gonna fix the situation. They're not gonna be disloyal anymore, but they might still get more disloyal events, and yeah, it's not gonna be easy, boys. I'll be honest, it's not gonna be easy, and that's why we need to declare war on Gotland on the 11th of December, because if you are at war, then your personal union members will likely not declare war on you for independence. Also, in order to do the crown of Norway and Sweden, we need to get these boys to 150 relations with them and below 10% liberty desire. So it's gonna be easy for the Norwegians, but Sweden will be a problem. So we gotta strap in. Looks like Gotland allied Lithuania. Did not see that coming, not gonna lie. I really did not see that coming. But not the end of the world, don't stress. We're gonna get an admiral, so we should have enough fleet power to destroy these boys. We're also gonna attach these guys here, get a generalski also, and attach them so we can send them over to Gotland and siege this down. What's gonna regularly happen is Lithuania doesn't really matter because they will fall in a junior membership with the Poles, in which case they automatically piece us out. But there is like a 20% chance that doesn't happen, in which case we have to fight this war. Fingers crossed we don't need to fight this war though. And as I was saying, the Poles did get the union over Lithuania. It is extremely high chance of this happening. It's also why Poland is so strong in the recent update, and it also means that we just have to deal with the nation of Gotland, or the pirate republic of Gotland. I don't want to call these boyos a nation. It's not historically accurate. What are you doing, Ludi, calling these nations nations? Wait, you did it again. Stop it already. These are not nations. And we got the Bavarian inheritance, yearly tax income +8 until the death of Mr. Christophorus over here. Holy schmagadoob. We got a Chad Lord of a leader, boys. Let's call this man Johnny Sinberglors. That's a very typical Danish name. If you don't know, it's because you're not Danish. Also, we got 150 relations and less than 20 liberty desire with Norway. So let's click this button, and we have 3 options here. We can set the crown of Norway equal to our crown, keep the status quo, or degrade Norway into a Danish province instead. You might be inclined to think that you should make Norway an equal to ourselves. Whilst this does bring its own benefits, especially to the Norwegians, the extra nobility influence is going to be a big problem because we need to have below 40 nobility influence to revoke the privileges, and we already have 60 with no privileges. So obviously, speaking of, let's get one stability and give out the minus 25% advisor cost reduction privileges. So yeah, obviously because of that, we want to go for the degrade Norway into a Danish province, getting the bonuses, and most importantly, getting the nobility influence minus 15%. This might cause some problems along the way, but I still think it's worth it. And the Norwegians, we can just enable support loyalists for them for now to keep them in check as well. In the year 1397, Queen Margaret of Denmark incepted the Kalmar Union, a rather loose bound between the 3 kingdoms of Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. It did act as a union in which the Danes controlled the other 2 nations. Should Sweden or Norway ever start an independence war, essentially, and win it against us, we lose the union, so we gotta make sure that we do not lose that union. Right now, the Kalmar Union as a tier 1 reform is pretty schnappledoop. It's not amazing. After we ratify this Kalmar Union, it's gonna be a really great reform. We just gotta get to the ratify the union mission. And we can also get the German mercenaries event. Essentially, from now on, we can recruit these 4 unique units, including the Prussian Volunteer Army, Frisian Free Company, Schwarze Guard, and Doppel soldiers, as well as mercenary company recruitment does not cost any army professionalism when hired. It is absolutely insane that this is a modifier, and I absolutely love it because you can have both a lot of mercs as well as regular infantry now whenever you needed, without losing your professionalism. And you also get mercenary manpower plus 10% and maintenance minus 15%. My personal favorite modifier in the entire DLC, not gonna lie. I am definitely a mercenary recruitment enjoyer. We can boost this up even more with the 5% mercenary discipline and mercenary cost minus 25, but we need to have 60 mercenaries recruited and less than 1 loan. So that's gonna be a little bit in the future, not just yet. Also have to say the Prussian Volunteer Army is super strong. 20% infantry combat ability and 5% discipline, and it only costs 115 to recruit these boys. They are a little bit expensive to maintain though, so keep that in mind. They're basically double the price of regular mercenary companies. And since we recruited 4 galleys, we can do another mission here, the expand the military mission that lets us get claims on the Livonian order. So that's going to be our next target after we finish with Gotland. And by embargoing the English and rivaling them, we also managed to get this mission that gives us ship cost minus 15% and shipbuilding time minus 15% again. I should have probably waited before I got this mission when I can actually start building a huge amount of ships, but it's not bad enacting it now as well, since we will start building some light ships after the Livonian War. You're gonna get a lot of these nasty events from the nobility in Denmark. That's why we gotta revoke those privileges for the nobility. The sooner the better. That's why we need 54% crown lands for that. Now, this event here, the state of Denmark, obviously go for this option. It gives you 1% crown lands and it takes it away from the nobility, which is not bad considering that, you know, we need crown lands. A mere 570 days and Gotland is ours again, boys. All right, let's get a diplomat back so we can actually enforce this peace deal. And booyah Snowky. No more pirate scumbags over here. We're gonna keep the fort in here until we lower the devastation to 0. Afterwards, we're gonna delete the fort. Remember that fortifications lower devastation a lot faster, 10 times faster than not having a fortification around. And with the conquest of Gotland, we got this mission. We can banish Mr. Erik Grief from Denmark, and we get 1 stability, or we let him rule over Denmark, making it a vassal of ours and a pirate republic. So basically, why would we do that? No, of course, banish the bastard. We want the stability, boys. We did get in the process a permanent claim on Lübeck, and we will be enacting upon this, or not, depending on what we feel like doing, because we have a few options here to do the next mission of humiliating Lübeck. We either own it or make them our subjects, or we get more trade power in the Lübeck trade node, at least 30% or more trade power, and Lübeck is not the strongest in this node. Right now, we got 23%. Lübeck has 21, so we just need to get 7% more. It's not as bad as it sounds, to be fair. Muscovy has absolutely decimated Novgorod, but that presents a really great opportunity for us to attack them. We're using Sweden's handmade claim over here on Karelia, and of course, we're not giving anything to Sweden. We're taking all these schnapps for ourselves. You can always encourage your subjects to get claims on areas that you're interested in by going to your feedback screen and setting as vital interest provinces that border your particular subjects. And speaking of aggressive conquest, we can do the same to the Sami people that were released by Muscovy too. Here's a really great opportunity for us to get the loyalty below 20% with the Swedes. We can just pay off their debt. That lowered the liberty desire by 5%. And what we can also do to lower this another 5% is simply just develop their province once. That is going to bring it to 19%. Oh wait, we need to get it below 10%. All right, in that case, let's develop this another 2 times, which makes it all the way down to, what is it, 9% now, because every time you develop a province for your subjects, the liberty desire goes down by 5%. So we can do the Crown of Sweden now with another 3 options. It's your choice. What are you going to go for? I'm going to go for the first option, because if I go for the third one, the bonuses are amazing, but keeping the Swedes in check afterwards is going to be close to impossible. So let's go and try and persuade their nobility to be nice to us and schnapps, and that means we're going to have a lot less of a hard time dealing with these boys. We can even disable the support loyalists and they're still gonna be pretty darn loyal. But that does mean we are producing 10% goods produced until we integrate Sweden, which is probably gonna be in 20 to 30 years from now. And I do think we have everything we need from the Novgorodians. Let's go ahead and go for this particular peace deal. I'm only going for this because I like the way that the map looks. It's legit, that's actually the reason why. I could take all of this as well, but then it would look weird. Should I take this? You know what? Fine, I'll take this as well. Hey, we became a great power. Very nice. I don't know why I'm all of a sudden Borat here. And it's about time you guys fell as well. So I'm actually a couple of months behind track now, since I was supposed to seize Crownlands, like, you know, a while back. November 49. It's already March 50. Unacceptable. This is not min-maxing. This is not why I subscribed, okay, Ludi? I'm not happy with your content anymore. I don't like this. Unsub immediately right now. Unbelievable what's happening with this channel.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
All right, let's kill the clergy right now. And we're almost there, boys. 39%. Just need a couple more Siege Crownland sessions. And for my next disappearing act, I will attack the nation en Livonia. Sadly, this does mean I'm gonna be breaking the alliance with the Teutonic Order, but it's worth it because those Volt and Schnapps, yo, okay? Just saying, those Volt is what it's really about here, even though technically they're the ones supposed to be doing the Devil's Volt. So I guess my argument is not valid anymore. You know what? Let's just forget this whole thing happened, alright? I'm upset already. I'm starting to slowly hate the fact that the AI now gives unconditional surrender because this is killing me, bro. I'm getting so much war exhaustion monthly and I have to wait until Riga finishes sieging down because I want to vassalize Riga. And of course, Norway wants to get Kola. Bro, get the schnapps out of here. Sweden wants to get Kola. What? Oh, that's Gotland. That's a different province. Wow, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of issues with with these two nations until I start integrating them, aren't I? And this war was, by the way, extremely easy. I did lose my free company though, but I replaced it with the Grand Company, so no actual loss was registered, boys. And of course, why would I ever have loyalty for my estates, right? I mean, it's a God-given thing for the Danes to not have estate loyalty. And since when did the Norwegians have this as a core? They only have this as a freaking claim. Why would I give them Kola? Get the schnapps out of here, Norway. All right, time to make the piss now. Let's go ahead and make these boys our vassalski. We're doing this also so we can give out the strong duchies privilege afterwards, which makes it so we can get 2 extra diplo relations, and it also lowers our subjects' liberty desire by 10%. So this is honestly a great privilege to have in our situation right now. And we can now also start integrating these bad boys. When it comes to the Livonians, we're gonna be fully annexing them. Coalition, only Novgorod and Muscovy care about them, so really not anyone important. We can now do the Reconquest of Estonia mission that offers us +1 max promoted cultures, as well as it makes Estonian an accepted culture, and we get more claims on South Karelia, Novgorod, and Pskov. And for as long as these provinces are Estonian, we're gonna get a bonus of 10% goods produced, so we will not be converting this to Danish, because if we do, we lose the 10% goods produced bonus in these provinces. And now we can also integrate Holstein, since we have waited for 10 years, as well as we can seize another 5% crownlands, and we can build a church in Lund. Sure, we can do that. Hot diggity dong, looks like... Wait, what? What? Burgundy became a junior partner of Brittany? What the schnippledorgy? Burgundy is a junior partner of Brittany. Whoa, liggy diggy 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 boom. I've never seen this happen. I mean, I've seen Oldenburg getting it once. I've never seen Brittany getting it. Interesting to see how this is gonna develop. I'm sorry, what? Scotland is winning the war against the English. They even managed to take London. Is this a freedom moment or what, boys? Can I get a freedom in the chat over there? Please, not you, Mel Gibson. Please, sit down. And we also managed to get 30% of the Lubeck node, which means that we now can do the Humiliate Lubeck mission, which enables a decision that allows us to trigger a trade conflict in which we will be the defender, even though we're the ones that triggered the trade conflict. So it's a sneaky way of attacking the HRE trade cities without really attacking them. The way that we do this is basically we embargo 3 of these nations. So we can go embargo Lubeck, embargo Hamburg, and embargo Volgast. There you go. That should be 3 nations. Daryago. The trade league leader will call all members of their respective league in the war against us. I think I have pretty high aggressive expansion, don't I? What's my aggressive expansion? 17. Oh, it's not actually. I can do this war. What's my allies at? Can I get 1 more alliance? I think so. I got 7 out of 8 diplo relations. So let's get 1 more ally since this is going to be a defensive war. I'm going to go ahead and say Brandenburg. Yeah, boy. My good old Brandenburgians to the rescue. And let's trigger this. Provoke the Hanseatic League. They attacked us, I swear. I swear they kicked me first. I saw it. I saw it happen. See? They declared the war, not me. Now it's time to kill them. Now, we're gonna be making mincemeat out of these trade cities. And because this is a defensive war, less aggressive expansion from annexing them. Look at this, 17 aggressive expansion. No coalition for annexing Lubeck. Oh, I'm loving it, boys. Plus, we got all of our allies as well in this. And we can also do the next mission, the cities of the Hansa. We get 10 years worth of trade income, 2 mercantilism, 20 prestige, and trade power in the Saxon and Rhineland nodes. However, I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to do it after I annex Lubeck. Or not annex, I'm actually going to vassalize them. They're a better vassal than they are annexed, trust me. That's going to give me even more because 4 years worth of trade income right now is 6 times 12 times 4. But I want to make it 12 times 4 times 12. So it's going to be way more. Okay, it's like double the money, bro. Okay, just go with it. You'll see. And we got this integration of Holstein, -3 Diplo relation or Diplo reputation. But by doing integrate Holstein, we get rid of the annex subjects modifier that we got right now. There you go, annex subjects. And bye-bye annex subjects. No more, which means we don't have the -3 Diplo reputation anymore. I absolutely love this mission tree. Honestly, this is probably my favorite mission tree right now. Like, they really thought of absolutely everything that you're gonna need in your campaign here. Damn, quite literally, my allies are doing 100% of the work here. I'm not even trying to siege down the allies of these boyos here. And honestly, I'm gonna fully annex Hamburg. I know it's a lot of aggressive expansion, but Hamburg is actually one of the strongest cities in the Lubeck trade node. It has 22 trade power right now, and we can boost this up by a lot. That's what we'll be doing. We just gotta get our admin points first. That's also why I'm gonna be vassalizing Lubeck, not annexing them. It's gonna be a small little bit of a coalition, but remember, it's a lot less because I'm not the one that declared the war. Plus, with the Lubeckians as my vassal, I get their trade power in the Lubeck node and that essentially means I am getting around 10% of the Lubeck trade node from simply vassalizing these boyos. Oh, dude, for real? Brunswick took Bremen. I was gonna annex Bremen also, since Bremen also has like 17 trade power here, and I would have not given a Schnappeldorp about the coalition. But yeah, Brunswick got this. That is actually a problem. Now, the question is, do I give it to Brunswick or do I just take their trade power, which would help me? I don't really care about Brunswick. I'm just going to take their trade power as consequence. Screw this, man. Yep, there you go, boys. And the last one to be pieced out is obviously going to be Lubeck. I have 100 prestige, so I don't need to make them cancel any rivals or anything. Once more, no coalition whatsoever. And with Lubeck as my Vasalski, I'm going to be asking them to divert their trade towards me. It is going to make them disloyal, but I don't care. I have a truce, so they cannot go into an independence war, is what I'm trying to say. Plus, now, look at our trade income, boys. We went up to 10.74 ducats. So by doing this mission now, we gained 7 freaking 100 ducats. Okay, granted, I didn't see how many ducats I actually had before after these wars. Probably had like 200, I don't know. But I'm just gonna say I got 700 ducats from this mission, okay, boys? That's what just happened here. Also, guys, if you're interested in this save, I'm gonna make this available to all of my patrons and channel members. If you're interested in becoming a channel member or a patron, you have the links in the description. It really would help me out so much. And if you don't have the means to do it, that's 100% okay. Just watching my videos really means the world to me and helps me out so much, more than you can ever imagine. You know what else helps me out? Subscribing. So if you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to help me continue doing what I love doing, which is make videos for you guys to enjoy watching whenever you're taking a poop, most likely. You're on the toilet right now, aren't you? Be honest. I know you're on the toilet, and that's fine because I'm also on the toilet. Hey, you thought I'm on the computer, didn't you? Also, take note, boys, we now have a monument in our capital, the Kronborg Castle, which is built by the Borg, an intergalactic civilization that's bent on assimilating everybody. Luckily for us, they left our planet because we smelled weird, so they didn't want to integrate us in the greater Borg organization, but they left the Kronborg behind, so we have this now, and it will give us naval combat off of owned coast +2 when we fully upgrade this, as well as trade, navy tradition from protecting trade +100. It is not amazing, but it is not bad either. We have a second monument in Gotland for the pirate enjoyers that also gives domestic trade power +25, so it is worth building even if you're not a pirate enjoyer. Oh, look at that ducaten gain, boys. We're gonna be building these churches and everyone's gonna be praying to our saints and stuff. And yeah, also I'm gonna be building building some extra marketplaces. I need marketplaces in these areas for a couple of missions, so we're going to be doing that even in provinces that don't give as many bonuses, simply because we need to build them there for the mission. And we got the Noble Officer Corps in charge right now as our second tier reform. We would have gotten that a little bit faster, but we got minus 25 reform progress a couple of times. Hey, yo, what's going on here? You guys did not fully kill off the Teutons? Really, my boys? Really? You know what? I'm gonna help you finish off the Teutons in that case, if you know what I mean. Not that. You're disgusting. You should not be thinking about these things, okay? That's not what I meant. Or is it? Probably not. You know what? I'm actually really enjoying this campaign, so if we get 10,000 likes, we'll do a second part for this. And I honestly had to re-record this. I had an early access version of this Denmark campaign, which I had, which was pretty insane, but some of the stuff did not apply anymore, so I recorded this after the release with the recent patch to make it a little bit more accurate to what you guys are going to be playing yourselves. In 1481, King Christian I died and left the throne to his sons Hans. Wait, oh, only one son. I thought it was two sons. Since the Battle of Brands, yeah, okay, one stability and 300 mana points. I love it. I love that event. Such an amazing read also. I totally read the whole thing. Strategic marriage. Since the 13th century, the Treaty of Perth, Scotland. Oh, right. This is the event where basically Norway can give off some provinces to the Scots, the Orkney Islands, and in return, us, the Danes, get 200 ducats because, you know, we own Norway. Or we can choose not to give anything and we get permanent claims on the Outer Hebrides and the Sutherlands, which is actually not such a bad idea. That would actually make it easy for me to make my way into the British Isles. Let's go for that. Let's get our permanent claimios, boys. Oh, was that the Norwegian permanent claims? Yes, it is. All right, no problem. Norway still is our personal union, so we can still use those claims. So now, for the next few years, I'm not going to be expanding at all. Well, except maybe Prussia. Yeah, I guess I will be attacking the Prussians. But aside from the Prussians, wait, are they getting their asses kicked by Volgast? Yes, they are. Oh my god, what is happening in this game? But yeah, aside from that, I'm just going to be focusing on getting my crownlands and developing the provinces a little bit to help get that crownlands. Remember that every time you develop a province, you get 0.2 crownlands. It's even written over there because I saw people in the comment section going, Ludi, not accurate. You don't get crownland for developing. Bro, look, it says, read all the way down. You get Renaissance, crownlands, possible buildings, etc., etc. Come on, guys, come on. It literally takes you to load up a single player game and check before you write these comments, man. Holy mother of God, I'm getting 10 ducats? What? 13 of those from trade alone. Oh my freaking God, I love this campaign, man. In 20 years, we went from minus 1 ducat to freaking 10 ducats. And after I build this marketplace here, which offers me 17 trade power, by the way, it's gonna make a massive difference. Let's also switch on over to protect trade in these Lubeck node areas, and that's gonna increase the amount of trade that we get in the Lubeck node as well. So we're gonna go up to how much? Let's check. We went to 60% trade power in here. Oh my god, this is insane, man. So now we've built a few trade buildings around our provinces, as well as we built coastal defenses in these particular provinces here, which was required for the mission expand the sound toll, offering us 8 development as well as massive bonuses over here in the provinces where we build those buildings, giving us up to 12 extra trade power, hostile fleet attrition +3, and remember that we already have hostile fleet attrition from these defenses. Well, we're gonna have it after we upgrade these to naval batteries, so we're gonna have naval fleet attrition +8. Anyone trying to keep their ships here in this particular sea tile is gonna lose those ships within a few months, so it's basically impossible to actually take these provinces from us now, as long as we have a decent fleet, or if they just hold on with their fleets here for a few months and we just basically attrition their fleets to death. And with the Kalmar Union ratified, we now just need to wait for a few years before we start integrating Norway first, followed by the Swedes. So you know what to do if you want to see the last part of this campaign, which is going to be a juicy one because we went for exploration ideas. Until the next time, check out this awesome Sweden run. And I want to give a massive thank you to all of my patrons, channel members, and Twitch subscribers. I would not be able to do this without all your support.